Mark Meldrum, Meldrum's Monster Garage, and we're headed back over to Mike's to work on the 1972 heavy Chevy engine restification. We're coming down the home stretch on this engine project. I plan to get the engine back in the car today. One thing I'll try to talk about a little bit today is the wiring harness that I put on the car. I tried to put the engine wiring harness on the car, on the engine, before we installed the engine in the engine compartment. It's just easier to get to the wires, especially down by the starter and whatnot. So I'll make sure I talk about that a little bit. We got to finish up the bell housing clutch assembly, so we'll do that, and then we'll do some installing. So this has been a great project. It's been going along pretty quick. You know, we got the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club show coming up pretty darn quick in just a couple of weeks here. So I hope you got signed up, because registration cutoff was yesterday. Now, if you want to get signed up for the show, you're going to have to come the day of the show. And of course, you're not going to get all the accoutrements that people who signed up early will get for the show, like the show program, which is about to arrive tomorrow. I'm very happy about that. So let's get to work. Here we go. There was a little voice in my head, and thanks to one of you viewers' comments, because I missed this on the last one. I had to take the starter back out, just like I did now. I had to take the starter back out and put this inspection plate in, because it wraps around the starter and there's no way to get it in, you know, once it's all said and done. So now we are ready to bolt this on, and like I said, I'm gonna put this in place with the pins. All right, we got her in place. I'm gonna get a bolt started somewhere. Try not to get my fingerprints all over this. I'm gonna go get some gloves on so I don't ruin this beautiful finish. And then we'll get the 6 bolts. Now these are a very specific bolt. I saved the old ones. You can see they got a little, I don't know, ridge on the top of the bolt, and then a ledge all the way around like a built-in washer. So we'll get those all tightened up, and then we'll be set to start the assembly process of the engine. It's already getting hot and humid. I'm going to close the garage door and turn the air conditioning on, so I am not hot and bothered today, because I don't want to get frustrated while we're putting this engine in. I don't want to scratch up all this paint here. All right, I remember this now. So this inspection plate, you know, these should be threaded. You got a 7/16 head. And I remember when we were taking this apart that I must have worked on this before, because I had to, because I stripped the threads out there. So that's one kick I get out of Derek when on Vice Grip Garage. He'll always say, I must have worked on this before, because that's stripped out. Somebody did a, you know, real quick. So anyway, I'm going to put a lock nut, lock washer, and a nut on the other side here. And that's how you remedy that situation on the inspection cover. Oh well. I wanted to show you a few things before we set this motor down in here that I've found very helpful to me. I don't know if it's helpful to you, but I like to attach the engine wiring harness to the starter here. So you know, don't forget, you got a orange brown, the big lug, going to the main power there. You got a yellow on the outside, and you got a purple on the inside. You probably can't see that, but there's a purple wire on the inside. And then you got your main battery cable coming back here. Now, this is going to attach, okay, with a little relief in the engine compartment. I'll show you that, which I always found interesting. Here's the relief here. So we're going to wrap that around. I've got the machine screw already set to go in there. But I always got a kick out of, they only used one bolt. They put the 2 holes there for 2 bolts, but they didn't make it long enough. So somebody screwed up on the drafting board, and the guys on the production line said, "Don't worry about it. We can deal with this. We'll just put 1 bolt in there." So that's what I think happened there. But yeah, we're set to go here, I think. Let me go over a few more things. So we got the relief on this wiring harness, and it goes through the bolt into the bell housing. Make sure you pull up on this a little bit, because I've found it on some of these reproduction wiring systems, and I hope this doesn't turn out this way. I'm pulling out this orange wire. This goes to your heater fan, which is on way back. It gets tucked way back in there. It's hard to get to. But I've noticed sometimes this wire you don't have enough slack in this wire, and I've had to cut it back a little bit here to give myself a little more slack. But this one looks pretty good. I think we'll be okay. And what's nice about, using this original harness, you got fusible links here, and you're all set to go. I've got it all wired up to the coil here. Now you might notice a couple wires coming out of this distributor. This has got one of these fancy dancy, not a Pertronics, MSD type system that will pick up the coil rotating, or the distributor rotating, so I don't have to worry about points on this. So that's nice. Somebody did that a while ago. And I've just got all my other wires tucked up here. Some like this are going to get connected up once we get into the engine compartment there. This car has idiot lights, but somebody has added in a gauge package underneath the dash. So right here is where the temperature monitor goes. This is where the idiot light would get connected up. All right, and it'd be this green wire here. All right, I don't know, maybe there's some other things here I gotta look around that get connected up to, but we'll figure it out as we go. I just wanted to get that main part out of the way to show you. Okay, all right, got the distributor all hooked up, and we're pretty much ready to install this engine. I'm gonna get the car back down off the lift a little bit so we can mate these two back together. All right, so now what I've actually put the car on a winch so I could pull it on and off of this 4-post lift. Boy, if I was doing this on a 2-post lift, this would be a lot easier. But as you can see, I'm pulling the car down, and I do have some safety blocks in place just in case it runs away from me. But now I'm at a point where I can start pushing this up. I think I got enough room, but start pushing this up. And of course, it wants to go what way it wants to go. You're dealing with a lot of weight here, and you just got to take things easy. I like this because I can move the car, I can move the engine, and yeah. So we're gonna start to lower this down, and you might notice that off camera I've got the header setting there, and I'm gonna start getting that in place too. Doing this by myself today, Uncle Larry. Happy anniversary to you and Ann. I don't want to interrupt you on your anniversary. Windshield wiper is pretty close, so I gotta go real slow. It's a challenge because as you go down here, it's kind of pulling back just a little bit. You're gonna bump into things a little bit here and there. Try to put a blanket up there, and I need to move the engine a little more to the passenger side. So you're coming down and you're moving in all at the same time, because when you come down, it pulls the motor forward, but you want it to keep going back a little bit. So I'm getting pretty close to where I think I'm gonna drop the header down in there. And let's see, I'm gonna go a little bit lower. Another nice thing about these pivots, and you're gonna see me, I'm gonna change the angle a little bit, I think, to tilt it backwards. I've pretty much got it level right now. Of course, you got the lift coming down, and yeah, it's just a fiasco trying to figure it out. All right, things that are running through my head right now as I get pretty close, just moving slowly, and I'm going to drop it down a little more. I might even touch it down on the motor mounts. And then I got to worry about this. I got to worry about getting the Z-bar in there. So I think the Z-bar, I'm going to get that in first and then start to worry about the headers. Because this is a little forgiving. It can kind of move at a little bit of an angle and still stay in place. All right, I want to show you where I'm at. Okay, so we're pretty close. So you can see the motor mount right down here, and this top hole needs to go down a little further, okay? And I've got some room to work, and going over here on this side, there's some things I want to take care of, okay? So I got my my positive cable, and I'm going to try to get that hooked up as we move down here. I smell a little gas, so my little plug here is leaking a little bit, because now we're going downhill right now. But yeah, let me get some things sorted here, and then I'll get back with you. All right, I got a couple things sorted. I managed to get the Z-bar in there, and it's actually connected. And then on this side, I went ahead and hooked up the got the battery cable. It's going to go in a little S fashion to back up here to the battery. So once again, we're still off of the motor mounts just slightly, and now I'm going to work on the headers. Come down the home stretch, I managed to get the headers in there on this side. I had to lift the engine up a little bit more, and then of course the Z-bar disconnected. So then I went down. I was able to grab the Z-bar once I got the header kind of started. So I've got a few bolts started there. I'm in good shape. I got my gasket on. And over here, it's pretty easy peasy. You can see you got lots of room on this side to work with. So yeah, we're getting there. I'm gonna lower it down a little bit and get it on the engine mount. You can see I'm not quite on the engine mount yet. Fantastic. He helped me get the transmission in today, thank God.
I can't believe Mark, you done it all by yourself.
Yeah, I know. Mike was nowhere to be found today.
I didn't sit here and watch him either, Mike.
Okay, we got her in there. We got the transmission in. That was the toughest part, putting the transmission in. I'm sorry, I didn't videotape that. It's just a lot of muscle, a lot of pushing, a lot of grunting. And it's just not easy on a 4-post lift. I'm going to tell you right now, don't do an engine swap on a 4-post lift. Get a 2-post lift. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm whooped. I'm gonna get out of here. Next week we'll get this thing all buttoned up and started back up. Mark Meldrum, Meldrum's Monster Garage. See ya.